Chosen one. God said, "See this alone, right now. You did not arrive here by accident. Heaven guided your steps, and the Spirit of God pulled your heart to this very moment because something sacred is unfolding around you. This is not noise, and this is not ordinary inspiration. This is a gentle but urgent whisper from the Father, who sees you when no one else does, who understands your silent battles, and who calls you chosen even when you feel overlooked." Stay with these words until the end, because what God is revealing right now is deeply personal and meant only for your heart in this season. Type 1414 if you believe. You have walked through days that drained your strength. You have carried thoughts you never spoke out loud. Yet through it all, the hand of Jesus Christ has never left you. Even in moments when you felt distant from Him, He stood close, watching over your steps with compassion. Being chosen does not mean life has been easy. It means God trusted you with a journey that would shape your spirit into something strong, tender, and unshakable. Right now, God is asking you to see this alone because distractions have tried to confuse your focus. Voices around you have spoken doubt, fear, and limitation. The Lord wants you to pause and listen only to Him. He wants your heart quiet enough to recognize His love again. In this stillness, you will begin to understand that your story is not random. Every tear has been counted. Every delay has been preparing you for something greater than you imagined. Within you there is a calling that has not fully awakened. It has been waiting for the right time. The Father has watched you grow through disappointment and endurance. He has seen the way you kept moving forward when giving up felt easier. That quiet perseverance is evidence that His Spirit lives within you. If this is touching your heart, take a moment to like this video as a sign that you are standing with faith and choosing hope today. The reason God said to see this alone right now is because comparison has been stealing your peace. You have looked at others and wondered why their paths seemed smoother. You have questioned your own progress. But heaven measures differently. The Lord looks at your obedience, your humility, and your willingness to keep believing. Those qualities shine brighter than any public success. Jesus Christ understands rejection. He understands loneliness. He understands what it feels like to be misunderstood. When you feel unseen, remember that He walks beside you with deep compassion. He does not rush your healing. He does not mock your weakness. He gently strengthens you day by day. You are chosen not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. There is a quiet transformation happening inside you. It may not look dramatic on the outside, but heaven sees it clearly. Old fears are losing their grip. Old patterns are fading. A new confidence rooted in God's love is rising. This is why the Lord pulled you aside spiritually. He wanted you to hear that your growth is real and your future is secure in Him. The enemy tried to convince you that you were forgotten. That lie ends now. The Father has never forgotten your name. He has spoken it with tenderness in moments when you felt invisible. Even when doors closed, they were protecting you from paths that would have wounded your destiny. Trust that divine protection has surrounded you more times than you realize. Being chosen also means being refined. There have been seasons when everything felt stripped away. Those were not punishments, they were preparations. God was removing what could not go with you into your next chapter. He was teaching you to depend on His voice above every other voice. That dependence is becoming your greatest strength. Type 1111 if you trust in God. Look at how far you have come. There were days you thought you would break, yet you are still standing. That endurance is proof that Christ lives within you. His love has carried you through storms that others never saw. Even now, as you read these words, He is breathing fresh peace into your spirit. You are not behind in life, You are not disqualified. You are not too late. The timing of God is unfolding with precision. What feels delayed is being aligned. What feels hidden is being prepared. The Lord is positioning you carefully so that when blessings arrive, they will remain steady and lasting. Hold on to hope with confidence. The one who created your heart knows exactly how to heal it. The one who allowed certain trials also designed the victory that follows. You are stepping into a season where clarity replaces confusion. You are entering days where courage will feel natural instead of forced. Chosen one, this is your reminder that your faith matters. Your quiet prayers matter. Your tears matter. Nothing has been wasted. God is shaping a testimony within you that will one day strengthen others who feel weak. For now, simply rest in the assurance that you are seen, deeply loved, and purposefully called. You have been shaped in quiet places. While others were chasing attention, you were being built in hidden rooms of prayer, reflection, and endurance. Those hidden seasons were not wasted. They were sacred. God was teaching you to hear His whisper over the noise of the world. That is why He said to see this alone right now. He is protecting your focus because your focus determines your direction. What if wealth could be triggered from inside your own mind through a powerful sound frequency once hidden in classified files? Experts say this signal naturally attracts opportunity and financial freedom, and many people are already putting it to use. Click the link in the description and comments now and activate this hidden brainwave today. There is a strength growing in you that does not look loud. It looks steady. It looks calm in the middle of uncertainty. It looks like trust when circumstances seem unclear. That strength comes from walking with Jesus Christ daily. It comes from surrendering fear and receiving peace again and again. It comes from believing that even when nothing makes sense, God is still working. You may not always feel brave, yet courage has been developing quietly inside your spirit. Every time you chose forgiveness over bitterness, courage grew. Every time you chose patience instead of anger, courage grew. Every time you chose faith instead of despair, courage grew. These small decisions are building a life that cannot be easily shaken. There were nights when you felt alone in your thoughts. The room was silent, yet your mind was loud. In those hours, Jesus was near. He saw the weight you carried. He felt the tension in your heart. He never stepped away. Even when you doubted yourself, He remained certain about you. Being chosen also means being guided differently. Sometimes God will not allow you to follow the crowd. He will close certain doors because they are not aligned with your calling. That can feel confusing. It can feel isolating, yet it is protection in disguise. The Father is leading you along a path designed uniquely for you. Type yes to affirm. The Lord is teaching you discernment. You are learning to sense what brings peace and what steals it. You are beginning to recognize when something is from Him and when it is not. This sensitivity is not weakness. It is spiritual maturity. It allows you to move wisely instead of impulsively. You once worried that your sensitivity made you fragile. Now you are discovering it makes you compassionate. It helps you see others with mercy instead of judgment. It allows you to reflect the heart of Christ in practical ways. That reflection is part of your purpose. You are not meant to blend into darkness. You are meant to bring light gently and steadily. There have been disappointments that felt personal. Dreams that seemed close suddenly faded. Plans that looked promising shifted without warning. In those moments, it was easy to assume you had failed. But God was rearranging what you could not see. He was preventing future pain and preparing a better outcome. Your life is not defined by the chapters that hurt you. It is defined by the grace that carried you through them. Every scar tells a story of survival and growth. Every setback strengthened your endurance. The Lord wastes nothing. He turns broken pieces into foundations for something beautiful. If your heart feels stirred right now, let gratitude rise quietly within you. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what God has already done. It reminds you that even in seasons of waiting, blessings are present. Gratitude softens fear and strengthens faith. You are stepping into a deeper awareness of God's presence. It is no longer just something you speak about. It is something you feel in ordinary moments. When you wake up, there is a subtle peace. When challenges arise, there is a quiet reassurance. That reassurance is the Holy Spirit reminding you that you are not navigating life alone. Chosen one, your identity is secure. It is not based on achievements, approval, or applause. It is rooted in the love of the Father. Nothing can take that away. When the world shifts, His love remains steady. When people change, His character remains faithful. Type 777 if you trust Jesus. There is also a new confidence forming within you. It is not loud or proud. It is calm and grounded. You are learning to speak with clarity. You are learning to say no when something does not align with your values. You are learning to rest without guilt. These are signs of growth. God is also healing areas you rarely talk about. Old wounds that you thought were permanent are slowly losing their sting. Forgiveness is becoming easier. Hope feels more natural. You are no longer as easily shaken by criticism or rejection. That healing is evidence that Christ is restoring your heart from the inside out. The path ahead may still hold challenges. Being chosen does not remove obstacles. It provides strength to overcome them. It ensures that when storms come, you will not collapse. You will bend, but you will not break. You will feel pressure, but you will not be crushed. Remember that the timing of God is intentional. Delays are not denials. Waiting seasons build endurance and clarity. They teach you to value what truly matters. They prepare you to handle blessings with wisdom instead of haste. You are entering a chapter where alignment becomes clearer. Relationships that drain you will fade naturally. Opportunities that match your calling will rise steadily. Peace will guide your decisions more than fear ever did. This is the fruit of walking closely with Jesus Christ. Continue nurturing your faith daily. Spend time in quiet reflection. Guard your thoughts. Speak words of life over yourself. Small disciplines create strong foundations. Strong foundations carry great destinies. Above all, remember that you are loved without condition. God's affection for you is not fragile. It does not fluctuate based on performance. It remains steady through mistakes and triumphs alike. That love is your anchor. You have noticed a shift in your desires. Things that once excited you no longer carry the same weight. Certain conversations feel empty. Certain ambitions feel small. This is not loss. This is refinement. God is gently reshaping your priorities so that your heart beats in rhythm with His will. Sometimes that shift feels uncomfortable. It can feel like outgrowing spaces that once felt familiar. Yet growth always brings change. Jesus Christ never promised comfort in every step. He promised presence. His presence is what makes change safe. His nearness is what makes uncertainty bearable. A revealed 7-second brainwave technique, supported by neuroscience and once hidden in classified files, is helping thousands switch on their brain's wealth setting. People call it the money magnet sound because of how quickly it seems to draw abundance. Click the link in the description and comments below to awaken the prosperity already within you. You are being called higher in your thinking. Negativity that once lingered longer now fades faster. Doubt that once controlled you now meets resistance. You are learning to speak truth over your own life. You are learning to pause before reacting. These small internal victories are powerful signs of transformation. There were times when you believed your mistakes disqualified you. You replayed them in your mind and felt shame, but shame is not from God. Conviction leads to growth. Shame leads to hiding. The Father does not want you hiding from Him. He wants you healed in His presence. Chosen one, there is strength in your surrender. When you release control, you create space for divine direction. When you stop forcing outcomes, you allow God to align what truly belongs in your life. Surrender is not weakness, it is trust in action. You are also learning the value of patience. Patience has been stretching you. It has tested your emotions. Yet it has also built endurance in ways you did not expect. The waiting season is not empty, it is active preparation. While you wait, God is arranging details you cannot see. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. You are not meant to rush your calling. What is built slowly often lasts longer. The Lord is shaping your character before elevating your platform. Character carries weight. Without it, success can become heavy and unstable. With it, success becomes steady and meaningful. There is also a healing happening in your relationships. You are learning to love without losing yourself. You are learning to give without draining your soul. Boundaries are forming gently. Respect for your own peace is growing. This balance reflects maturity guided by the Spirit of God. Jesus is teaching you compassion without compromise. You can be kind and still stand firm. You can be gentle and still speak truth. This balance is powerful. It reflects His nature within you. It shows that you are becoming more like Him each day. Do not underestimate the quiet influence you carry. Your calm presence in chaotic situations matters. Your words of encouragement matter. Your willingness to listen matters. You may not see immediate results, but seeds are being planted through your obedience. Type 1919 to receive miracles. Miracles are not always dramatic events. Sometimes they are subtle changes of heart. Sometimes they are renewed strength after a difficult week. Sometimes they are unexpected peace in the middle of pressure. These quiet miracles surround you more often than you realize. There is also protection around you. Situations that could have harmed you were quietly diverted. Conversations that might have led to confusion were delayed. Opportunities that seemed promising but carried hidden risk were removed. This is not coincidence. This is divine care. You may look back one day and realize how carefully you were guided. You will see how each closed door prevented future regret. You will understand how each delay preserved your dignity. Trust that even when answers feel distant, God's wisdom is active. Your heart is becoming more anchored in hope. Hope is no longer fragile within you. It feels grounded. It feels steady. Even when circumstances shake, hope remains. That is the work of Christ, strengthening your inner foundation. Being chosen does not make you superior. It makes you responsible. Responsible to love well, responsible to forgive, responsible to reflect the grace you have received. This responsibility is not heavy when carried with humility. It becomes a joy when you realize it connects you more deeply to God. There are still dreams in your heart. Some of them feel delayed. Some feel uncertain. Hold them gently. Offer them back to the Lord daily. When a dream aligns with His purpose, it will find its way into reality at the right time. You are learning that obedience brings peace. When you follow the quiet prompting of the Spirit, clarity follows. When you ignore it, restlessness grows. This awareness is guiding you toward wiser decisions. It is sharpening your spiritual vision. Chosen one, the next chapter will require courage, Not loud courage, but steady courage. The kind that wakes up each morning and chooses faith again. The kind that refuses to be defined by yesterday's fear. The kind that trusts Jesus even without visible proof. Continue to cultivate gratitude. Continue to guard your thoughts. Continue to speak life over yourself. You are not who you used to be. Growth has happened. Healing has happened. Strength has formed quietly. Above all, remember that you are deeply loved. That truth does not fade with seasons. It does not depend on performance. It rests securely in the heart of God. Walk forward with calm confidence. You are chosen, refined, protected, and guided. The hand of the Father remains steady upon your life, leading you step by step into a future filled with lasting peace and divine purpose. You are beginning to notice how your reactions are changing. Situations that once triggered frustration now meet patience. Words that once would have wounded you no longer carry the same power. This is not because life suddenly became easier. It is because your spirit has become stronger. Jesus Christ has been strengthening you from within. Chosen one, you are no longer as easily shaken. You still feel deeply, but you do not crumble the way you once did. There is stability forming inside your soul. That stability is rooted in trust. Trust that God is aware. Trust that He is guiding you, even when you do not see immediate evidence. There was a time when you searched for validation from people. You wanted reassurance that you were enough. Slowly, God has been teaching you to find that reassurance in Him alone. His approval is steady. His love does not fluctuate with opinion. This shift has been freeing your heart from unnecessary pressure. You are also learning that silence can be strength. Not every situation requires your defense. Not every misunderstanding requires explanation. Sometimes peace is preserved by stepping back and allowing God to handle what you cannot. That quiet restraint is maturity. Type 222 to claim miracles. A hidden brainwave, once kept in classified files, has been said to spark powerful prosperity. In just 7 minutes, you can unlock the switch within your mind that pulls in abundance like a magnet. Click the link in the video description and comments below to activate your hidden wealth wave right now. There are miracles forming beneath the surface of your current season. Some of them involve healing in places you have not spoken about. Others involve opportunities that are being prepared quietly. You may not see the full picture yet, but movement is happening. Heaven is aligning circumstances beyond your view. You have walked through confusion before. You have stood in moments where direction felt unclear. Yet, every time, clarity eventually came. This pattern is not accidental. It is evidence that the Lord never abandons you in uncertainty. He walks with you until the path becomes visible. Jesus understands your hidden worries. He understands the thoughts that keep you awake. Instead of pushing those worries aside, bring them gently before Him. His presence is not fragile. It can hold your fears without breaking. It can calm your mind without condemning your weakness. You are entering a season of deeper confidence, not confidence in your own strength, but confidence in God's faithfulness. This kind of confidence does not boast, it rests. It knows that even if circumstances change, the character of the Father remains steady. There have been people who misunderstood your quiet nature. They may have mistaken it for weakness. In truth, it has been wisdom. You have been observing. You have been discerning. You have been allowing God to shape your responses instead of reacting impulsively. That restraint has protected you many times. Type Amen if you believe. You are also discovering that obedience brings unexpected peace. When you follow the gentle prompting of the Spirit, even small steps feel meaningful. When you choose kindness in difficult moments, your heart feels lighter. These subtle confirmations remind you that you are walking in alignment. Chosen one, do not be discouraged by slow progress. Growth that lasts often unfolds gradually. Roots grow deeper before branches rise higher. God has been strengthening your foundation so that when expansion comes, you will be prepared to handle it with grace. There is also restoration taking place in your perspective. You once viewed certain struggles as punishment. Now you are beginning to see them as preparation. The lessons learned in hardship are shaping your resilience. The tears you shed watered seeds of endurance. Your future is not fragile. It is held in steady hands. Even when you make mistakes, God redirects you gently. Even when you hesitate, He remains patient. His leadership is not harsh, it is compassionate and wise. You are learning to release what does not belong to you. Old guilt is fading. Old expectations that weighed heavily are being lifted. You are stepping into a lighter way of living, a way centered on grace rather than constant self-criticism. Jesus is also restoring your joy. Not the loud excitement that fades quickly, but a quiet joy that stays. A joy that exists even in ordinary moments. A joy rooted in knowing you are loved beyond measure. This joy strengthens your spirit daily. Being chosen means being entrusted with influence. Not necessarily public influence, but influence within your circle. Your words matter, your actions matter, your example matters. When you respond with patience, others notice. When you choose forgiveness, it creates space for healing around you. You may not see the full impact of your faithfulness now. Some seeds take time to grow. Continue sowing kindness. Continue practicing integrity. Continue trusting God with outcomes. The harvest will come in its proper time. There is peace available to you right now, not when everything is resolved, but right now. Peace that surpasses confusion. Peace that guards your heart from unnecessary anxiety. This peace flows from staying connected to Christ daily. Chosen one, your story is still unfolding. Do not rush the process. Do not compare your pace to anyone else. Your path has been uniquely designed. Every twist and turn carries purpose. Hold firmly to hope. Guard your thoughts carefully. Speak gently to yourself. Remember that God's love for you is constant. It does not dim in hard seasons. It does not disappear in moments of doubt. Walk forward with steady faith. Continue trusting the one who called you. Continue resting in His promises. You are not alone in this journey. You are guided, refined, strengthened, and deeply cherished. The Father's hand remains upon your life, leading you with wisdom and unwavering compassion into days filled with clarity, courage, and lasting peace. You are not the same person you were a year ago. Even if your surroundings look similar, something inside you has shifted. You think differently, you respond differently. You carry yourself with a quiet dignity that was formed through trials you once wished away. Those trials were not meaningless. They carved depth into your spirit. Chosen one, you are beginning to understand that purpose is not always loud. Sometimes it looks like consistency. Sometimes it looks like showing up when no one applauds. Sometimes it looks like remaining faithful in small responsibilities. God watches how you handle what feels ordinary, because the ordinary prepares you for what is extraordinary. There were moments when you felt overlooked. You wondered why your efforts were not recognized. In those moments, heaven was taking note. The approval of people fades quickly, but the reward of obedience remains. Jesus sees every unseen act of kindness. He sees every quiet sacrifice. Nothing escapes His attention. Type 1010 if you agree. You have also been learning to rest without guilt. For a long time, you measured your worth by productivity. If you were not accomplishing something visible, you felt uneasy. God has been teaching you that your value is not tied to constant activity. Rest is not laziness. It is trust that He is working even when you are still. This lesson has not been easy. Slowing down can feel uncomfortable when you are used to striving, yet in that stillness, clarity has grown. You have started to recognize which pressures were truly from God and which were self-imposed. That awareness is freeing you from unnecessary burdens. A rare 7-second morning routine previously hidden in classified files is resurfacing, and people are already sharing stories of rapid financial progress. It requires almost no time, yet it activates a dormant wealth switch in the brain that most never access. Click the link in the description and comments now to access it before it disappears. There is a new boldness forming inside you. It is not loud or aggressive. It is calm and assured. You are becoming less afraid of disappointing others when you know you are honoring God. This shift reflects maturity. It shows that your foundation is rooted in something deeper than approval. You are also noticing a deeper hunger for truth. Superficial conversations no longer satisfy you the way they once did. You long for depth. You long for authenticity. This hunger is evidence that your spirit is alive and seeking more of Christ. Type yes to affirm. There are still days when doubt tries to whisper. It tries to remind you of past failures. It tries to convince you that you are not equipped for what lies ahead. When those whispers come, return to what God has already shown you. Remember the times He carried you through situations that seemed impossible. Those memories are anchors for your faith. Chosen one, resilience has been woven into your character. You have endured more than you give yourself credit for. You have faced disappointments without completely losing hope. That endurance is strength. It is evidence that the Spirit of God sustains you even in weakness. There is also reconciliation happening within you. Parts of yourself that you once rejected are being embraced. You are learning to accept your personality, your gifts, and even your limitations. Acceptance does not mean complacency. It means gratitude for how God intentionally designed you. The Father is also preparing you for influence that aligns with your character. Influence that does not corrupt you, because it is grounded in humility. Influence that serves rather than dominates. Influence that reflects the compassion of Jesus Christ. You may feel as if progress is slower than you expected, yet slow growth builds stability. Quick elevation without preparation often leads to collapse. God is more concerned with your sustainability than your speed. He is shaping you to endure success with grace. There is a deeper peace settling over your decisions. Instead of reacting impulsively, you are pausing. Instead of rushing into commitments, you are seeking alignment. This careful approach is not hesitation, it is wisdom. Chosen one, your future is unfolding with intention. Even now, connections are being aligned, opportunities are forming, healing is continuing. Not everything needs to be visible for it to be real. Trust that unseen progress is still progress. You are also learning the beauty of gratitude in simple things, a quiet morning, a gentle conversation, a moment of clarity after confusion. These small gifts remind you that God's goodness is woven into everyday life. Jesus walks beside you through each ordinary moment. He is not distant, He is present in the details. When you breathe deeply and release tension, He is there. When you choose patience over anger, He is there. His companionship is constant. Being chosen means being refined continually. Growth does not stop after one breakthrough. It is a journey. Each season reveals new lessons. Each challenge builds new strength.